Hey, what's up, guys? This is James. I'm coming at you with a YouTube video. This is the Jesus Loves Me Gamer channel. Um, Before I get into my whole channel and everything that I'm about, I just want to give a brief introduction to this video and to this channel in general. Mainly, this will try to be at least mostly a video game channel, although I would like to make it somewhat of a, life channel, just what's going on in my life, um, being a Christian, just maybe make some Bible studies or whatever. And I just, the biggest reason why I'm making this channel is just because I really want to connect with the people, with the gaming community on YouTube, and I just really feel as though that a lot of times Christians can have, well, the people can have misconceptions about Christians, and I just want to destroy all of those misconceptions because I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to condemn you. I'm not going to do anything that Christians can sometimes be known for, because if you didn't know, that's not actually true Christianity. So I would just like you to know that this channel will be about games, maybe movies and music too. Um, Maybe somewhere down the line I'll make a separate channel for, life and Bible verses and all that whatnot. Um, I wanted to do five things. Well, tell you five things to introduce myself, just to give you a brief description of who I am. I have my notebook right here. My my current education. I am a senior at Susquehanna Township High School. I I don't necessarily say that I love the school, but I don't hate it either. It does get a lot of flack in the area. For those of you that are my friends and you're watching this, you'll probably laugh. But it's a very diverse school. Um, it's not like one race or the other. It's very diverse, and I like that in a community. I believe diversity is a necessity to have a proper community. Well, not proper, but you know what I mean. Um, where I'm going to college, I'm actually wearing my hoodie right now. I'm going to Valley Forge Christian College in August 2014, and I will be attending there till May 2019. I was originally going to graduate in 2018, but I learned that I can get my master's degree in 5 years, so I really plan to stay the extra year and go get my master's degree. And I'm going to be studying digital media studies. If you're not familiar, it covers five different areas. It covers video production, audio production, photography, web design, and social media management. So it's not necessarily computer science. It's actually far different from computer science. But I was originally going to go somewhere for computer science, but I just found that I just have a great need for creativity, and I felt like a programming job that's 9 to 5, I just wouldn't have a lot of creativity. Favorite music? Um, I'm mainly into rock and metal. I do listen to some rap here and there. Maybe once in a while, maybe some country. I don't follow country very well. Same thing with rap, but rock and metal I do follow pretty well. Just some of my favorite bands, stuff like As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, Memphis Mayfire, just stuff like that. Um, I'm not really into anything too vulgar, but I do like. I'm a big fan of Killswitch Engage. I just love their style of music. And trying to think if there's anything else, like any bands. Um, oh, and I am a big Breaking Benjamin fan. I love Breaking Benjamin. I've loved them since freshman year, and I'm really excited. Like recently, they're getting back together, just within the past few months. So in the next year or two, we might see a record. I'm not a very hardcore collector. I'm more moderate, I guess you could say. What it means to me is I just want to play the games. I mean, of course, I would like it to look good in my collection, but I just feel as though, you know, I'm just a gamer to play games. I'm not, well, of course, well, like I said, it's nice to have the extra stuff, but really, as a gamer, you're just supposed to play games. So, like, as you can see, like right there, like some of my Xbox 360 games don't have labels because I'm having to purchase them again because a lot for the majority of my life I had to keep my video games and CDs and movies and all that in CD binders. And I didn't really want to do that anymore because I just felt like, I want to start a gaming channel, so it's not really can't happen. um yeah, so that's what kind of collector I am. My favorite kinds of video games, my all-time favorite genre of video games is definitely RPGs. I definitely have a lot of RPGs that I want to get my hands on. One of my favorites is Mass Effect. That's probably my favorite game of all time. Well, not my favorite game of all time, but top 10. Um, what else? I've played Dragon Age. Um, yeah, there's so many I collect. I have to collect because being in high school and not graduating yet, money can be a little tight sometimes. But I make do with what I can. That's all. I'm grateful for that. And my current job, I am a sales associate at FYE. If you don't know what that stands for, it's for your entertainment. And I basically just do the cash register, put movies and music away. Basically stuff like that. Like when you see the guys in like stores like Hot Topic or GameStop or maybe even Best Buy, like just stuff that they do, basically what I do. Probably a little less than those guys though, because I don't really do a lot. I'm just it's mainly I'm not trying to say that I don't like do a lot of work. It's just I don't get a lot of assignments to do. Mainly the managers only have the authority to do a lot of things. Like I can't do returns and I can't let people trade stuff in. Like only the managers can do that. And that's just I guess the company, Transport Entertainment. All right. Well, this video is going to be my video game systems and I'm going to show all the controllers I have with them. And all right, enough with the introduction. Let's get to the systems. Alright, hey guys, this is the systems and the handhelds. Uh, since most of you know, well, everybody knows now, that I'm only 17 and I only have not a lot of hours at my job, so I don't have a lot of systems here, but it's more sentimental to me than it is monetary value. So everything, well, mostly everything you see here is from my childhood. I do have modern systems though, don't get me wrong. But I have 4 consoles and I have 2 handhelds. Um, I guess we can start with the handhelds. I'll start with the most modern I have. And although it hasn't been very active in recent years, Sony PSP. This is the fat model. This is the 1000. Um, I've I remember having a PSP when I was younger, and I remember I made the most stupid decision in my entire life to trade in. Well, like, my mom sold it on eBay so I could get a DSi. That was the most stupid decision I've ever made in my life. I don't know what was going through my mind at 13 years old, but I bought it back from some guy on Amazon for about, well, I got a game and a memory stick in this for about $80, $90 because I got the 1000. And I gotta say, I've had a lot of good memories with it. I don't necessarily remember a lot from when I was 13 years old. And My favorite game I ever played on it, well, I actually only have one game for it right now, because it was the game I bought with the deal on Amazon. It's Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Um, yeah, it's in the, probably can't see it, like, there we go. Kind of. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of it now. I bought it over the summer. I bought the PSP and everything over the summer, and I got Birth by Sleep, and I played through Terra's story, and then I got to Xehanort, and I couldn't beat Xehanort, and then I was just like, all right, I'm gonna try to beat him another day, and then I tried to put music on my PSP, but it said I needed to format my memory stick in order to do that, and like a dummy, I didn't put my save file on to like some separate file on my computer, so my save file with Terra's story was completely gone. So I had to completely start it over again, and then I tried to play through Terra's story again, but it was just really boring. Play through the same things over and over again. So I yeah, but right now I'm playing through Aqua's storyline. Um, the order I'm gonna do it in is Aqua, Terra, and then Ventus. Ventus, right? I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. Well, Ven, for those of you who play the game. But Aqua, Terra, then Ven, for those of you that are familiar with the Birth by Sleep characters. And because Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep is different than most Kingdom Hearts games, because you play as 3 characters instead of just 1. Well, Kingdom Hearts 2 had Roxas in the beginning, but that really didn't count. Alright, but overall, PSP, good system. And the oldest, yeah, this is actually really old, well, for me, but anyway, it's actually the Game Boy Advance SP. This is the NES edition. I've had this since 2003. Yeah, since it first came out in 2003. And wait, the Game Boy Advance came out in 2001. Yeah. The SP came out in 2003, and I got it like this 2003, 2004, right around its heyday. It's probably the only system I've ever gotten right when it really first came out, and it really didn't count because it just basically played same Game Boy games, but just alive. Yeah, but actually this is not the AGS 101 like a lot of people on YouTube have really commended. This is the AGS 001. But yeah, and like this has like a thing right there. I have no idea how that got there. I don't know if you can see it on here, but through all these scratches, you can actually put out a face. Like right here is its eyes, right here is its nose, and right here is its mouth. Like it makes a freaking face. Like I was so bad with my systems. Like I've seen some other people like just straight up tear up their systems, but I was bad too. Like, oh my gosh. But for a favorite game, I remember playing Pokemon to death. Like, I never really had a specific favorite Pokemon game. If it had to be one, it would probably be Emerald, just because that was the one I put the most time into. And I feel really bad because I am a gamer and I've never finished a Pokemon game, and I am currently using Visual Boy Advance on my laptop to try and finish Pokemon Yellow, because I'm trying to do it from generation chronologically. So, wish me luck with that. Alrighty, we're gonna get to the consoles now. Alright, I got this for Christmas 2012, and this is the Xbox 360. It's got a Gears of War sticker on it. Alright. Jeez. I got the Xbox 360 arcade, the very first Xbox 360, back for my 13th birthday in 2009. And I remember playing that to death.
like as bad as the arcade was, I'm surprised I never got a red ring because I played that thing to death. Well, probably not to death, but like I played it a lot. And I remember when I first got it, I had like really sucky games because like my mom could only afford the 360, and she couldn't have. Well, she got me games, but the games weren't really that good. Like I remember one of them being like Space Chimps, like if those for those of you that have seen the movie, and then the three Burger King games. Yeah, I didn't have a very good selection of games. Um, but then it was about January of 2010 because my birthday's in October, and so the following January, my mom got me Halo 3. So ever since then, I've just been an Xbox kind of guy, I guess. But I still play like PlayStation and stuff. All right, let's. Okay, this is technically newer, but all right, this I got in 2008. Actually, 7 years after it originally released, and that is the Nintendo Gamecube. And this is with the Game Boy player, which plays every single kind of Game Boy game. And I remember having a lot of memories with the GameCube. I remember like me and my brother just like so many years after Super Smash Bros. Melee came out, just not even caring, just having so much fun, just beating the mess out of each other. And I would always beat him with Kirby, and it was just so much fun. And this is the 360 is my favorite system, but for the sake of memories, the GameCube has to be my favorite system for like the most nostalgia of memories. Like, uh, um, I would like to get a new GameCube though, because you can probably see it, but this has a chip on it. But no matter what, I will always keep this very specific GameCube because this is the GameCube that I grew up with. I got this for my 12th birthday. I've had this for 5 years. Well, not almost 6, but going on 6. All right. This released in 2000, and this is not the original one I got when I first got the system back in its heyday. This is the Sony PlayStation 2. This is the slim version. For my 6th birthday, I got a PlayStation 2, the fat version, when it originally had came out. And the worst part about it was my mom's friend was like a really big computer whiz, so he installed a chip into my PlayStation 2 to allow my mom to like burn copies from games from Blockbuster. So like she would rent games from Blockbuster, put them in her computer, make copies of them, and bring them back to Blockbuster, and let me keep the copies, and the copies would work in my PlayStation 2. It was really bad. I never recommend doing that. That is illegal. Do not do that. All right, but in reality, I've had so many memories with the PlayStation 2, and probably I mean, I don't even think I can name a favorite game. It's just I have so many memories with it. It has to be the system that I put the most time into. Xbox 360 is probably second, but geez, I would run home from schools like in elementary school just to play my PlayStation 2. And we always hated it when we were kids and we would get punished and we weren't allowed to do the things we want. And they'd be like, "No, I want to play my PlayStation." That was me. And it has to be like, if not my favorite system of all time, one of them. And finally, last but certainly not least, this released on 9/9/99. 99% of you probably already know what it is already. This is the Sega Dreamcast. I got this very, very much later, considering that this came out like right before before I turned 3. So I played it somewhat. I still have to wait until I'm in college or maybe even after, because I did buy a proper AV cord because the old AV cord I had for this was like something you plug into like an older tube TV and you need an adapter for it. But I didn't do that. I didn't have one. My 32-inch doesn't have one of those. So I just bought a regular standard RCA cable off of Amazon, but it still didn't work on my 32-inch, probably because of its age. But I still want to keep it just because I got this for my 14th birthday. Yeah, I got this for my 14th birthday. Yeah, because I remember I was like at a point where I was on a retro rampage, and I remember I'm so mad because I remember having a Nintendo 64. I got it for Christmas 2010, and I gave it I didn't play it, so I just told my mom, you can sell it. I don't need it. Dumbest decision of my life, one of them. Because I really miss it. I had Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I really want to go back and play it. But now I have to, I don't know. I'm probably just going to ask my mom, like for my 18th birthday or something. Sucks. But there you have it, folks. That is all my consoles and handhelds. If you want to comment on anything, ask me anything, comment below or send me a personal message if you wish. Please subscribe, rate, comment, anything you wish to do. And Jesus loves you guys. Peace.